Welcome to the Clarity Clinic. You know that feeling, right? You're staring at a sentence and you're just not sure if you've picked the right word. Well, today, we're going to fix that for three of the most notorious offenders in the English language. So let's just jump right in with the big one, shall we? Affect or effect? This single pair, I swear, probably causes more headaches than any other. Does the weather affect you, or does it have an effect on you? Let's find out. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you some super simple, clear rules for affect versus effect, specially versus especially, and manage versus control. And I promise by the end of this, you are going to be using them with total confidence. First up is this classic grammar trap. But honestly, the secret to getting affect and effect right almost every single time just comes down to understanding the job they do in a sentence. Okay, this is the simplest way to think about it. Just remember this. Affect is an action. It's a verb. Effect is the end result. It's a noun. A for action, E for end result. That's it. That's the core of it right there. Let's see it in action. So in this sentence, affects is the verb. It's what the lack of sleep does to your mood. It's the action, the influence, the impact. And on the flip side, here, effect is the noun. It's the result of the new law. It's the thing, the consequence. You can see the new law had an effect. Now, I have to mention the one little exception, kind of the advanced level. Very rarely, you'll see affect used as a verb. It means to bring about. It's pretty formal, and you won't hear it much in everyday conversation, but it's good to know it exists so it doesn't totally throw you off if you see it. All right, ready for number 2? Moving on to our next pair. The confusion here is pretty obvious. They sound almost exactly the same, but their jobs in a sentence are completely different. So here's the crucial point. Specially is all about purpose. Think designed for a special reason. Especially, on the other hand, is about emphasis. It basically means above all others. One is for a purpose, the other is for preference. And here's a perfect example. The cake wasn't just made, it was made for one specific purpose, your birthday. You could say it had a special mission. See the difference? Here, we're not talking about purpose at all. You're highlighting one particular fruit out of a whole group. For you, mangoes stand out above all the others. That's all about emphasis. Okay, our final pair is a little more subtle. Manage and control feel really similar, but they actually describe different levels of power and influence. It's all in the nuance. Here's the key distinction. To manage something means to handle it, especially when it's complex or difficult. To control something means you have direct command over it. You make it do what you want. Think of it as handling versus commanding. This sentence just screams manage. It implies that she is successfully navigating a really difficult, complex situation. She's handling the challenge. And then you have this. This shows control. It's not just about handling a temper. It's about having direct power over it, commanding it to stop. All right, you've seen the rules, you've seen the examples. Let's put that new knowledge to the test with a super quick quiz. No pressure, you've totally got this. So, what do you think? The cold weather will blank the crops. Are we talking about an action here or a result? Yes, it's effect. The weather is doing something. It's performing an action on the crops. A for action. You got it. Okay, next one. I enjoy all sports, but I blank like football. Is this about a specific purpose, or is it about emphasizing one thing over all the others? It has to be especially. You're not saying football was designed for a purpose. You're just putting a spotlight on it, emphasizing it out of the group of all sports. And for our final question, it's hard to blank a big project on a small budget. Are we talking about handling a difficult task or having direct command? Of course, it's manage. A big project on a small budget is a complex situation. You need to handle it to succeed. You might not have total command, but you can definitely manage it. So let's wrap it all up with a final cheat sheet. For effect versus effect, just think, action versus end result. For specially versus especially, it's purpose versus emphasis. And for manage versus control, remember, handling versus commanding. If you can keep those little tricks in mind, you are never going to mix them up again. And there you have it, 3 tricky pairs, made simple. So the real question now is, what other words still trip you up? Mastering a language is always a journey, And getting clear on these little things is a huge step.